This video will give you a 10-step checklist to make sure your county is web ready and give you quick tips on how to get there. The first point on our checklist is consistent page headings. You want to make sure that every page has the word extension in the heading. For example, your home page should have the name of your county, and extension office. So in this case, Cleveland County Extension Office. We notice that this county's newsletter page is missing that heading, so we'll go into edit mode and fix that in the editor. We want to do that by clicking the edit pencil here, which brings us to edit mode, and then clicking in the top editable region of the page. Remember that whatever you want to edit is beneath the editable region you should choose. In this case, I will click on this top editable region here. Once inside the WYSIWYG editor, which once again means what you see is what you get, I simply click in front of newsletters here and type in the rest of the title. On your newsletter page, you can choose for it to say Extension Newsletters or Extension News. On this page, I'll do Extension News. Then we click Save, and notice that this title is now consistent with the format of the name of your county, County Extension News. Now to check the Programs page, we know that this is something that we could just fix in the same way as we did on the newsletter page. The second thing we want to check off on our checklist is consistent title formatting. So first of all, we're going to go into edit mode and insert the title for this county, and then make sure that the formatting of that is consistent. On your Programs page, your title can either say Programs or Programs and Services after the name of your county, and extension. All titles should be the format of heading 1, with all subtitles being the format of heading 2. So if I want to change this title to heading 2, for example, I would simply highlight it, click here under Format, and choose heading 2. This has changed the formatting of this subtitle, so once again, all major titles should be heading 1, and any subtitles should be changed to the format of heading 2. However, if you put these in the template at the bottom of the page, or insert new snippets at the top of the page and are able to copy and paste your text, the formatting will be kept for you. We'll talk a little bit more about that in future videos. The next thing we want to talk about for our video is consistent story length on our home page. Any text that goes with the story that does not include the title of the story as well as the photo caption should only go between 120 and 150 words maximum. You can check the length of that story by simply highlighting all of this text, pasting it into Word, and checking the word count. I just highlighted that text and held down Control-C, and now I'm going to paste it into this Word document. And notice that it's 71 words. So I actually could add a little bit to this so that it's between 120 and 150 words maximum, but it's okay that it's less than 120 words. We just want to make sure that it does not go over 150. The fourth thing we want to look at is to make sure that every page has an introductory paragraph. We'll see this here on our home page. But notice that we are missing an overall introductory paragraph on the newsletter page, for example. However, on every page in the template, there is an introductory paragraph provided for you. However, this is written in dummy text and should be altered slightly because you'll notice that it talks about Pulaski County as well as says ORU mission as opposed to our. So if you would like to use this introductory paragraph, you do need to make slight edits to that to make it a correct paragraph as opposed to just dummy text. Now, this is a great place to talk about using the multiple editable regions on the page. The fifth thing you want to look at on your page is to decide whether or not you want to use the editable regions at the bottom. First of all, you don't have to use all of these editable regions in the template, regardless of whether we're looking at the newsletter page, home page, or programs page. However, these can be beneficial because once we migrate to the new site, each of these editable regions can be locked except for to whomever needs to be editing them. For example, if you were in charge of the 4-H section of a programs page or even the 4-H newsletter, given that we're on the newsletter page, you could simply go in and click in this editor here and be the only person that would edit in this region. If that's not something that's important for your county, then we can actually put these templates all in the top region of the page. We can put all of this information into the top region of the page just by using this format at the bottom. Now this brings us to point 6. If you are not going to use the template at the bottom of the page, all of this information must be deleted. You do that by clicking into the editable region, highlighting that information, and making sure the table is completely deleted, and saving this page. We'll notice that now that first editable region is gone, and we can do the same for the 3 items beneath that on the template on this newsletter page. The 7th thing we want to look at on our checklist is the right navigation for local program links. Every home page as well as newsletter page has links for local programs here. If you're going to use your newsletter and programs page, this is the perfect place to link to them right here under local programs. We do so by going into edit mode, clicking on the editable region above local programs because we know this is the section we want to edit, highlighting this text, and typing over it. I'll do the same here. Now all I have to do is simply highlight this text and notice that this chain link button here is now highlighted. I click on that to insert and edit a link, and in the link URL I choose the browser. I want to look at the breadcrumbs and make sure I'm under Sites, www, Counties, and then in the proper county, and then since I clicked on the Programs link, I would simply click on this Programs page here and click Select File. The breadcrumbs underneath this name tell me that I'm under Counties, Cleveland, and Programs, and so now I'll just give a title and click Insert. Now I notice that this text has changed back to red, and whenever I hover over it, it not only underlines the text, but shows me that title of Cleveland County Program. On the county homepage, it's great to link to your programs page as well as the newsletter page in this manner, and on the newsletter page, you can take this opportunity to link back to your homepage as well as to your programs page. The programs page does not have this section here for local programs, so please keep that in mind when you're editing. Now that we've updated that link, I'll just click Save so we can look at our work in the preview mode. We'll notice that this has kept this link here to the programs page. This brings us to another point. Point 8 on our checklist is to utilize the links on your pages as consistently as possible. For example, you can link to your programs page and newsletter pages here under local programs and should do so. But also, you can link to your programs pages under each program you're discussing on your page. We'll do so by going into edit mode, going into the top editable region, and looking at, for example, this first section. It does say for more information, contact the Cleveland County Extension Office, but since this is on our home page and we might want to link this to our program page, we can also add or click here to find out more about our county programs. So I would just highlight the word here, click on the same Insert Edit Link button, go in the browser, and choose that programs page once again. Now I would just click Select File, open in this window in Frame because it's an internal site, and give this link a title. Now I'll just insert that link and notice that it did the same thing as before whenever we linked to that programs page. So you can utilize these links as much as you want on your pages, whether it be in the title or text in the stories. The only reason we would not utilize these links on our home page would be if we are not going to have a newsletter and programs page for our county. If that's the case, you actually need to go in and delete this section here in the same way that we deleted the other snippet. So you just go into the editor, click on the editable region above local programs, highlight all of this text, and click delete. Then you would simply save this on your page and that section of the page would be gone, and this would be something you would do once again if you are only going to have a home page. The ninth thing we want to look at on our checklist is the template that we want to use for our pages. On the home page, we want to use the county image and text box snippet for all of the stories on our home page. This snippet is also recommended for the newsletter page, so I'll show you how to insert that. First of all, let me remind you that this is the snippet that's already in the bottom template at the bottom of your page. So you'll notice that it's the image, title, text, and caption format. So you're able to go ahead and use the template that's at the bottom of the page if you want. Or if you're going to delete all of the content at the bottom of your page and just put all of this information at the top, you can insert snippets at the top and keep it all in one editable region. So I'll show you how to do that now. You simply go into the top editable region of the page and choose wherever you'd like for that to go. So in this case, I'll put it up, go ahead and just put it above this picture. Click on this button for Insert Predefined Snippet Content. Select the category of County Pages and then Image and Text Block. I'll notice that it gives me that same Pulaski County dummy text information, and I can just click on this image, click Control-C to copy, click here, and use Control-V to paste, and do the same thing with this photo caption and text information. And it will put all of that information into this snippet. And once I'm done with this information, I would simply highlight it and delete it, and do that all the way down the page. So once again, this county image and text block snippet is required on the home page for any of the stories about the different areas in your counties or county topics, and is the recommended snippet for your newsletter page. However, I know some people have decided to use, for example, an accordion on your newsletter page. So for more information about accordions or using other snippets and editing snippets, please view the additional tutorials under the How-Tos and Resources tab on ruwebready.wordpress.com. Finally, the last thing we want to do is just remember to keep it simple. Having content that's short and sweet for now is perfect. So just remember that whenever you're editing your page, you don't have to include 10 newsletters on your newsletter page. Just have room for maybe 1 or 2 if that's the page that you want to keep. And just make sure to keep your content in your text as simple and as easy to read and easy to access as possible. Make this a page that you would want to visit multiple times, and we know that we'll be helping our target audience in the best way possible. For more information and additional how-to videos, once again, please just visit ruwebready.wordpress.com and click on that How-Tos and Resources tab.